Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So yesterday we saw what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was explaining when Mahaprabhu asked him, why did you change the original verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Mukti Pade is used, why have you used Bhakti Pade? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gives his explanation. On hearing the explanation given by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed the Bhattacharya that there is another meaning to the word Mukti Pade. One is the types of Mukti, the types of liberation. And the other aspect is the meaning of Mukti or liberation. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya speaks from the perspective of the types of liberation. But Mahaprabhu is speaking from the perspective of the meaning of the word. The word Mukti Pade directly indicates the personality of Godhead. The personality of Godhead has innumerable liberated souls engaged in his transcendental loving service. And he is the ultimate resort of liberation. There are different stages of liberation. So, if there are different stages of liberation, that means there is also the highest or the ultimate level of liberation. That ultimate level of liberation is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In either case, Krishna is the ultimate shelter. Despite this reading, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, I prefer Bhakti Pade to Mukti Pade because he knows his past background and therefore he doesn't want to slide into that past background. Therefore, he says, oh, it is safe. This is what I really want. This is what I prefer. I prefer Bhakti Pade to Mukti Pade. Although, according to you, O Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are two meanings to the word Mukti Pade. Still, because this word is ambiguous, I prefer Bhakti Pade to Mukti Pade because when one hears the word Mukti, he immediately thinks of becoming one with the Supreme. The word, the meaning of the word itself is ambiguous. Are Mukti, it is speaking of Mukti. How is Mukti equal to Bhakti? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says that therefore I prefer Bhakti Pade. As soon as I hear Bhakti Pade, yes, the goal is clear. But because the meaning of this word Mukti is so ambiguous, therefore better to say Bhakti Pade than Mukti Pade. Because whenever somebody hears Mukti, he immediately thinks of becoming one with the Supreme. I therefore even hate to utter the word Mukti, but I am very enthusiastic to speak of Bhakti. At this, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed very loudly and embraced the Bhattacharya with great love. Just imagine, every moment Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is giving so much pleasure to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that again and again and again Mahaprabhu is giving a embrace to the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed very loudly. This should be um, our desire. We want to give pleasure to our spiritual master. We want to give pleasure to the dear Vaishnavas, to the dear devotees of the Lord. This should be our desire. See, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is giving so much pleasure to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he's laughing. Otherwise, Mahaprabhu is very, very grave. Krishna is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and one of the important qualities of Srimati Radharani is that she is very grave. And Mahaprabhu is very grave, but Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is giving him so much pleasure with his simplicity and with his clarity, with his purity, with his he wants to keep his goal clear. No mukti. No, I don't want to even hear that word. Thus, the Bhattacharya, who had taken pleasure once upon a time, he had taken pleasure in explaining the Mayavad philosophy, became such a staunch devotee that he hated even to utter the word mukti. Mayavad philosophy is just like you are cutting Krishna into pieces. That is how Mayavad philosophy is. Cutting Krishna into pieces. And Bhattacharya, previously, he was so enthusiastic in explaining Mayavad philosophy. Now, he's such a staunch devotee of Mahaprabhu that he doesn't even want to hear the word mukti, let aside uttering the word mukti. This is possible only by the causeless mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. May all of us who are regularly trying to attend this session and hear this session, may we all attract such causeless mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord is like a touchstone, for by his grace he can turn iron into gold. But we should remember, how did Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya get such causeless mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? This is the most important point. By the prayers and mercy of Gopinath Acharya. Therefore, Vaishnavas and Guru, Sri Gurudev and Vaishnavas, we must be able to get their causeless mercy. And causeless mercy is not that we beg, please give me causeless mercy, please give me causeless mercy. No. When we try to serve our spiritual master without any ulterior motive, keeping what is favorable in service, what will please my spiritual master, when that is in our head, that we are only trying to please our spiritual master. Yes, mistake is, we will make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, spiritual master will scold us. But if with that scolding, if we turn around and go away, okay, tata, bye bye, then no problem. But when somebody just keeps in mind that good, I got this scolding, otherwise I would have never understood where I'm going wrong, then that mercy starts flowing. The Lord is like a touchstone, for by his grace he can turn iron into gold. After the Bhattacharya's conversion, everyone marked a great change in him, and they concluded that this change was made possible only by the inconceivable power of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, that is when the Supreme Lord descends in this material world, he does these special leelas, special pastimes. This is a special favor because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is personally Lord Krishna, personally Radharani. Therefore, when Mahaprabhu gives mercy, it can happen in one instance. That same mercy, our bona fide spiritual master is carrying with them. But because, and when it happens, when it is about the pastime or the Leela of the Supreme Lord, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we see that Jagai Madai, who had no qualification, Are Bapre, they became pure devotees. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was a great Mayavad philosophy scholar, he became a staunch devotee. So these are special Leelas when the Supreme Lord is personally present. But the same Leela can happen with us if we are also sincere to our spiritual master. But obviously, it may not happen overnight, or at least we may not notice this change overnight, or others may not notice it overnight. But it will surely happen over the period of time. This special Leela happens only when the Supreme Lord Himself is present. That is a special mercy of the Lord. But our spiritual master, they are also carrying the same mercy and they can also bestow upon us the same causeless mercy. So even the spiritual master is also touchstone because they are the bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord. After the Bhattacharya's conversion, everyone marked a great change in him, and they concluded that this change was made possible only by the inconceivable power of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, they took it for granted that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was none other than Lord Krishna himself. We don't need to read so much. We don't need to know so much. The miracles that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing, nobody can do. No person, no ordinary person can do, no extraordinary person can also do. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead can do. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself. They have concluded. And with that, we conclude our chapter 26 and we go to chapter number 27. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Very, all of these chapters are actually the most important essence of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where the mood of Mahaprabhu, where the essence, the philosophy is very clearly given. And therefore, um, Srila Prabhupada gave us this book, Teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Other aspects that are there, those are pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when it comes to teachings, these are the teachings. So with that, we will pause here for today, dear devotees. And Krishna willing, we'll continue reading again tomorrow. Thank you very much for a very kind association. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्रीमद श्री जय प्रताप स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय वंदे हरि
हरि बोल।